Hey, how's it going? I'm back. Wanted to show you my little SPR, special purpose rifle. You know, everybody does it a little different. This is one I built a couple years ago. It's a 5.56, chambered in 223 Wylde, I guess I should say. It's got a Rosco Purebred stainless steel barrel. What I did was I ordered up a Rosco sauce pack. So it actually came with the Rosco bolt carrier group, the barrel, and the gas block. Super great package, very inexpensive, and you got a pretty good precision rifle out of it. So I did the 14.5. I ended up doing a Geissele Mark 14 rail on it. I love the steel inserts in the rail. I like the lockup a ton. Ended up using an MDT Arca rail on the bottom. I use sky pods quite a bit. Also, Arca lock on my tripod, so I want to be able to be adaptable to that. We'll start at the front here and go to the back real fast for you, just so you can kind of see what I did on this one. Ended up using an OSS 762 QD can. Man, these cans, stainless steel, they're really heavy. They fit, or they help out the balance of the rifle. With a short rifle like this, it's nice to have a little more mass up there, so when you're throwing it up on a bag, it balances a little better. I use the OSS flash hider. It is pin and welded on this stainless steel barrel. That's just going to make sure I hit that 16-inch requirement by the government, man. Hopefully we can get rid of that sooner than later, but 16-inch requirement, so it is pin and welded with the OSS flash hider. We talked about the barrel. It's a Rosco Purebred barrel, stainless steel, 416 stainless. It's been doing great results with me. I usually shoot 77 grain Berger OTM ammo loaded in Lapua brass, and it'll shoot 1/2 to 3/4 inches all day long. Really nice barrel. Seems to work well. We just got a ballistic Vantage upper. I was just trying to find an inexpensive upper to run this on. We got an Arrow precision lower. I did put a Radiant Raptor, or sorry about that, a Radiant ambidextrous safety on there, and we used a Geissele super charging handle on there. I kind of like the Geissele dark earth look, so I ended up using their Handguard and their charging handle. Of course, like I said before, we just put a left the Rosco bolt carrier group, and it's been working fine. I do have a modified bad lever to help release that, and sometimes when you're in the precision and you have that bolt open, you drop down on, you need to close that bolt. It's nice to be able to reach up there and just release that. Just so you know, it is unloaded. We show clear really quick for you. We use 20 round mags most of the time. Most of the time it's a 20 round max per stage, but also it's a little lower profile. So if we're on bipods or we're on a barricade, we don't have to worry about that 30 round mag coming down and contacting anything. Makes it a little more steady for us. Ended up using a Night Force ultralight mount, and here we have a 2.5 by 10 EOTech Vudu. It's got the H59 reticle. I know it's a discontinued optic, but it's been good for me. A couple things that I really like about this optic is, you know, no tools to adjust your zero. You know, we can pop that off, set our zero where we want it, slip that back down over the turret, and then hand tighten the cap. That's for windage and elevation. That's one thing I really think they did a good job on this Vudu line. And of course, this one's discontinued. They went to the 1 to 10 now. Something about this 2 to 10 I like, and that H59 reticle, it's a little busy. With 10 power, you know, you wish that reticle would come in a little closer so it'd open it up a little bit. It is a little busy, so if you got really cluttered or you're in the shadows, sometimes it's hard to see that impact. But I used it over in Arizona when I lived there a ton, and it worked great out there in the desert where we had bright sunlight. Some of the shadows are a little tougher here in Missouri. We ended up using a Magpul K2 grip on it. I like the more vertical grip. I like the K2 or the K2 XL. One of those two grips are my go-to grips. This one here, it has the Arrow enhanced lower, so it has a built-in trigger guard. I like the looks, the line of that enhanced lower. I don't see a big difference using those other lowers for you. If we look at the trigger, this one here is a flat trigger. It's a Timney DH3 or Daniel Horn 3, and it's a 2-stage trigger. We put that in so you got a little bit of take up, really light take up on that first stage, and the second stage, it's just right there. The release and the reset is very minimal. Man, super nice trigger if you're talking about performance. Man, if you want to run and gun and be fast, it would do that, or precision, man. We don't put our finger on that trigger until we're ready, but that first stage gives you some confidence. You pull into that next wall and you know it's going to break instantaneous. So that's the trigger I'm running. And then we did a PRS Lite buttstock. I love the PRS adjustable buttstocks, but they were just too heavy. You think about a gun this little or this short, and we want to keep it light. We want to keep it handy so we can move from stage to stage and make our adjustments. A couple other things you'll notice. I'll turn it around real quick for you. I ended up doing a 3D printed data card holder, and I just used Velcro on that, just something I printed at home. But you need to have a place that you can hold your data. I don't mind arm boards sometimes, but if you have it in front of you up on that scope, it just makes you quicker to jump from target to target and be able to acquire those targets and make your adjustments. I love the dope cards. Whether you put them down low with a nice dope card holder, or I just put Velcro on the bell of the scope and it holds it up there for me. And then I do have a manual level here. Most of the time I'll run a MDT Sendit level on the back, just so I have that visual level, the lights on it, so I can see it with both eyes. Makes it really easy, but this is a backup level just to make sure I'm true and level when I'm shooting those long range shots. Besides that, man, it's just a great shooting little rifle. I've enjoyed the heck out of it, and man, I've shot 6 arcs. I've shot all 308s, you know, had AR-10s, I had 6 arcs, I had all kinds of guns. This 5.56 gun with those 77 OTMs has just been the go-to for me. I ended up getting rid of all my arcs. I'm actually getting back into the arc again. I was shooting arc way back when, 3.5, 4 years ago. I had a gas gun, 6 arc, and then I had a bolt gun turned up. I actually had a 26-inch Bartlein barreled gas gun, and then I went to a 22-inch proof. I'm gonna go back to that 22-inch proof for an SPR or more of a DMR type roll, where I get into some of these ranges or matches that have a little more range on them. Maybe even try a quantified performance. And I might even do a short 6 arc. I don't know, a 14.5 or a 12.5. Let me know what you guys think about that. And build something very similar to this, but with a 6 arc. Pushing those 106s or 108s, ELDMs, or the tap ammo. You know, Hornady's tap ammo is 106. It looks like a very interesting bullet. Or even with the short barrel, dropping it down to the 80 grain 6mm bullet, the ELD VT. Man, that one looks like a fun round, and with that short barrel we can probably keep the velocities up. Let me know what you think about this little build, or proposing a short 6 arc, if that would be a cup of tea for you. Man, this one has been great. I love the rail, I love the trigger, the scope's been great, but I do have a EOTech Vudu 5-25 that I'm thinking about throwing on that arc, just so I can get a little more clarity and a little more range out of it. The 10 has been good, and it's great if we have restricted classes, but quantified performance, because it doesn't go down to a 1 or a 1.5, doesn't allow this in that range, even though it doesn't have adjustable parallax. So I'm kind of out of the game with that one. With this rifle or with this optic package, I do have a 1-8 I could throw on it, but so far this has been my go-to. Let me know what you think. I might even use the same lower and throw that other 6 arc up on top of it, you know, a short barrel arc, and maybe make a mirror image of this one, but in 6 arc. Let me know what you think. Man, hopefully you like these videos I'm putting out. I'm interested in all kinds of firearms, videography, and all kinds of things. So reach out if you want to see something else. You know, I showed you the PDW. I'm into SPRs. I have suppressors, short barreled rifles. My heart is in precision rifle though. If I can hit a target a long ways away, that's my go-to. I also have night vision stuff, so let me know what you're into. Send some messages to me through the messaging or through the comments, and I would love to showcase some of the stuff I do or some of my interests, and maybe help you better yourself out there in the field. Again, thanks a lot for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe. I'm going to try to push out more videos as I can, and thank you very much, and have a great day.